Do you want to have some fun shooting ice machine gun but don't have time to farm 8 hours a day? Then this build is for you. Welcome to the Ice Queen build. This build delivers high CC with chill and frozen, vulnerability, cooldown reduction, and more than 69% barrier uptime. The most important stat in this build is Lucky Hit, because Lucky Hit gives you unlimited amounts of mana and ice cream, all provided by the key passive Avalanche. Let's start by taking a look at the skills. The skills will eventually change when the build gets more advanced, but for now this works really well. We have Frostbolt giving vulnerability. Remember, we give a lot of vulnerability and frozen. We have 1 point on Fireball. I will explain that later. We have Ice Shards, which is the main skill that we're going to use the machine gun. This is the machine gun that melts enemies. It's pretty good. Next up, we have Frost Nova, obviously, to freeze the enemies and give vulnerability. There's nothing more OP than this. Then there's Ice Armor, because we want to have barrier uptime. Yep, that barrier is pretty good. We are sorcerers, we need to stay alive. And then we have Ice Blades. This one is okay, but it does give cooldown reduction. And on the passive that we also have, it will reduce the cooldown of Frost Nova and Ice Armor, which is really good. And also we get free Ice Blades whenever we spend 45, I think, seconds on cooldowns. So it's pretty good. So these all stack up together really nicely. We have nothing here, just the passives, and then the ultimate, and then here the MVP, the Avalanche. Avalanche is a beast with ice shards. It's just insane. It's what allows us to shoot everything. And for the enchantments, we have Fireball, because when there are a lot of enemies, they just explode, and it's pretty good. And again, we have the Ice Blades enchantment, because, yeah, we get cooldown reduction on every barrier stuff that we have, which is Ice Armor and Frost Armor. Now let's take a look at the items. The most important thing that you need are these two first items, and not exactly the items, but the power, the ice shards in this case. You want the ice shards to be piercing and deal damage to other enemies. This is very important because you're gonna hit more enemies, get more lucky hits, and with the lucky hits you get free casts of ice shards, which is pretty good. And then you want this one. Avalanche gets one additional cast. So instead of getting just one free ice shard, you get two. That's a lot of ice cream if you ask me. That's pretty good. Then let's see the other ones that are also very good. You deal more damage to frozen enemies. They are frozen a lot of times. Then you want to get some lucky hits while barrier is up. This is really good because remember, we have barrier in everything that we do, basically. And Ice Blades reduce the cooldown, so we get even more barrier, which is pretty pog. And the lucky hits allow us to get free ice cream. Barrier, while we have barrier, we deal extra damage, which is, yeah, pog. So I'm gonna, all of those are just like optional. You can find better ones or others that you prefer, but yeah, I got the healing. I got, yeah, this is good. I can do 30% more if I cast Frostbolt and then cast an Ice Shard. Imagine having an Ice Shard with 30% here, more 40% from Avalanche, and yeah, that's pretty good damage that's gonna come out of that. And then this one just changes. Right now I have more armor. This one is the critical strike, and this one is resource for every. Yeah, this one is okay. It has a 666 item power. That's why it's so good. Yeah, number of the beast. So if that was too confusing, basically barrier gives us more damage, more lucky hits, Ice Shards is the machine gun that benefit from those lucky hits together with Avalanche, and Ice Blades reduce the cooldown on all the barriers, and we get barrier uptime over 69% and basically unlimited amount of ice cream. That's it. That's the build. And for the Paragon, I don't have like a lot of Paragon levels. I'm only 59, so probably maybe like you, but we do want to go for damage. Chill. Whenever you see damage and chill, you want to go for it. That's basically it. I'm gonna go for Frigid Fate. Yeah, dealing cold damage to vulnerable enemies increases your lucky hit chance. So yeah, and this one also lucky hit. Lucky hit, cold damage, and vulnerability. That's basically it. Just go for it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. More videos and live streams coming soon. And if you want to play with me, just send me a message and let's grind and eat ice cream together. See you next time.